Colorado High School Activities Association Baseball is on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com from Bigfoot Turf Farm just past Kersey. It's a Patriot League clash as the Brush Bee Diggers take on the Valley Vikings. I'm John Beltran, and the game started about a minute early. And Arturo Maltos on a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch popped to center as Sean Chacon put it away. Here is Zane Fowl with a no-ball, 1-strike count against right-hander Peyton Chacon, the pitch. And the breaking ball is a strike on the outer half at the knees. The opening pitch brought to you by Buildings by Design. The experience to complete your project from start to finish. Get the quality you deserve in your building with Buildings by Design. The pitch. Breaking ball hit off the end of the bat on the first base side, underhanded by the pitcher, Chacon, and there's 2 down as Zane Fowl is retired on the slow roller. Follow us on Twitter at KSIR Sports or at 1010 KSIR Sports Facebook page or at KSIRsports.com, pitch by pitch. Alec Peterson will now bat. Starting lineup brought to you by Cargill Beef, committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and improving products and processes. The pitch and the fastball is a little bit up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at Cargill.com. Batting fourth is Kyle Rosenbrock. Mikey Gutierrez is fifth. Nico Guzman in the 6th position, and the fastball is low. Brandon Walter, the DH, at 7th. Batting 8th is B.J. Hirschfeld, and Grayson Simmons, who had 2 hits and 4 RBIs against Valley in Tuesday's 21-10 loss, bats 9th. 2-0, and that is a little bit high with a changeup. 3 balls and no strikes. Your family's safety is their main concern at Smart Parts, so let the trained pros take care of you when you need a windshield repaired. 3-0 pitch, very high and inside, and Peterson walks on 4 pitches. And that'll bring up Kyle Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock had a base hit, reached base a couple of times. Scored what was the tying run before Valley came back after Gutierrez's 2-run homer gave Brush the 10-9 lead. 3-step lead, the pitch upstairs. That's 5 consecutive balls thrown by the right-hander Chacon. 1 ball and no strikes, 2 down. When the top of the first inning from Bigfoot Turf Farms. The stretch and the offering. Swung on. That ball is drilled high and deep into left field. Mendoza's way back towards the fence. It's over his head, and rounding third is Peterson. He's going to score as Rosenbrock delivers a 2-out RBI double, and the Bee Diggers lead 1-0 here in the top of the first inning on a long, long drive out to left. That'll bring up Mikey Gutierrez. And already, I don't know, Peyton Chacon has got a blister of blood on that right finger. Yeah, they're taking a look. Chacon right now. And I think he'll stay in the game. Let's see. It's not an arm injury. It's just a matter of maybe cleaning up something on that right hand. So we'll have a little delay here. Let's take a 1-minute break. We're back in 1 minute in the top of the first inning. Brush 1, Valley nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back with you, 1-0 Brush in the top of the first inning on Kyle Rosenbrock's RBI double. They're still attending to the right hand, maybe the pinky finger of Peyton Chacon. As soon as he threw that last pitch, again, I don't know if he scraped something up and it was blood, but nobody's warming up, so he's going to be coming back into the game. Don't know if it was a blister or what the case was, but definitely on his pitching hand. The game began with Nordo Matos Garcia hitting a fly ball caught out in center. Zane Fowl grounded out to the mound, and Alec Peterson, after walking on 4 pitches, scored on the Rosenbrock double. Bee Diggers come into this game with a 1-1 Patriot League record, 2-1 overall, and Valley is 1-0 in league play and 2-2 on the season.
The Royals 11-2 in the top of the 6th.
So let's see how long this delay is going to be. As Chacon is still being treated out there along the first base dugout. I mean, I'm assuming he's coming in. I don't see anybody else warming up. For Valley, the home plate umpires over there trying to monitor the situation to see if we can get baseball going again. And you got to put a time limit on these things, I would think. Now we're going to be out here for a while just waiting for a pitcher. And I know he's a very important pitcher for Valley. But this has turned into about a 3-minute delay and still going. In the meantime, Northeast Colorado's locally owned Hometown Savings and Loan with locations in Fort Morgan, Sterling, and Brush is Equitable Savings and Loan with financial solutions for you. And your one-stop center for home improvement projects is Ackley Building Center at 1402 Mill Street in Brush for flooring, paint, tools, appliances, and more. That is Ackley Building Center. And we had a long enough game on Tuesday. That was a disaster with 2 hours and 45 minutes. As Valley hit forever in that top of the seventh inning, scoring 12 runs and turning a 10-9 deficit into a 21-10 win. Well, and we have no indication. So, again, we remind you can follow us on Twitter at KSIR Sports, our 1010 KSIR Sports Facebook page, and, of course, KSIRsports.com. Well, the umpire's got to take control of the situation. Unless they're waiting for that thing to freeze on his right finger. As the Bee Diggers have a 1-0 lead in what's turning out to be an extended top of the first inning, with a delay after the Rosenbrock double. Again, I'm just guessing what happened here, but it's right around the pinky finger. And it's definitely not a blood situation. If it was a blood situation, I think they would have pretty much solved that pretty quickly. All right, let's well, the umpires are now walking towards the field. I don't know. Are they warming up? I don't see anybody warming up. But Chacon is still not ready. It's being tended to over there by head coach Steve Kistler and the assistant. And Kevin Fergus, the Brush head coach, now speaking with the umpire, wondering what's happening out there. But without anybody warming up, you got to get somebody into the game at some point. Chacon just looking at that right hand, but doesn't look like he's ready to come back in. Let's take a 2-minute break. 2 minutes. Brush 1, Valley nothing in the top of the first. And we'll see if we pick up baseball at any point. We have an injury here, but it's an extended one on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Well, after it turned into a mess there, Peyton Chacon could not get that finger to stop bleeding. It was a blood situation, and you can't simply cover that up with white on your finger and be pitching. That's against the rules. Because you see the ball and then that tape, and it all comes at you at the same time. You can play any other position but pitcher. You can't have that white tape, really any tape on your fingers when you're pitching. So Chacon is now behind the plate. Riley Diedrich on the mound, getting a ton of warm-ups. Hopefully he'll be ready. This game started early, and now this has turned into about a 13-minute half inning because of an 8-minute injury to a pitcher. So here we go.
All right, after that, we do have a courtesy runner at second, number 22. Ryan Fergus will be the courtesy runner.
And stepping in now is Mikey Gutierrez.
Now up, number 16,
wow.
Mikey Gutierrez.
I got to put a time limit on that next time. That is, I know baseball doesn't have time, but that was ridiculous. Ryan Fergus, the courtesy runner at second. The stretch by Diedrich, the right-hander, delivers. Swag and a miss on a changeup pulling the string. An excellent pitch by Diedrich. No balls and 1 strike. The B-Diggers lead 1-0. Rosenbrock about 10 minutes ago hit a double that cleared the left fielder Mendoza. And the offering. Swing and a miss. Same pitch, same result as the ball was diving down in the zone. Mikey out in front. No balls and 2 strikes. Of course, it's tough on a hitter, too. He's been standing in the on-deck circle for a while. No balls and 2 strikes. The stretch. And the offering. And the curveball is up and in. 1-2 to Mikey Gutierrez. The top half of the first inning. The stretch and the offering. Swung on and popped foul and had a play off to the left. Count remains at 1-2. Gorgeous field here just past Kersey. Once you drive past Kersey, that first light, you take a left, drive about 4.5 miles, and take a right here at Bigfoot Turf Farms. And the offering. Swung on and fouled back and another slow breaking ball. Count remains at 2-2 to the senior third baseman, Mikey Gutierrez. The stretch and the offering. Upstairs with a fastball. Now he's worked the count full. Keep in mind that hopefully we won't have as close to a longer game as we did on Tuesday, because that was 2 hours and 45 minutes, and then it started getting a little bit dark, and they had to turn on the lights. And there are no lights here at Bigfoot Turf Farms. And the payoff pitch. And the curveball swung on and missed. And Gutierrez strikes out. But the B-Diggers pick up a run on a hit. An RBI double from Kyle Rosenbrock. No errors and a man left. Let's head to the bottom of the first. The B-Diggers won. And Valley is coming to bat on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's head to the bottom of the first inning. John Beltran back with you. As the B-Diggers lead 1-0 on Kyle Rosenbrock's RBI double. Now let's set up the lineup here for Valley. Pretty much the same lineup they had on Tuesday. Ty Hanslick, the second baseman, hits first. Shortstop Cesar Mercado hits second. The pitcher Peyton Chacon, who is now the catcher, bats third. Carter Chacon, the third baseman, is the cleanup hitter. Avery Hanslick hits fifth. He plays first. Sean Chacon should be in right field, I believe. Oh, he's in center. Angelo Garcia's in right field. We'll correct that. Batting seventh is the pitcher righty Diedrich. Jermaine Mendoza, the left fielder, hits eighth. Angelo Garcia bats ninth. The B-Diggers have B.J. Hirschfeld over at first. Second baseman is Zane Fowl. Or check that, Jaron Peterson, excuse me. Mikey Gutierrez at third. Arnoldo Matos Garcia short. Grayson Simmons in left. Nico Guzman in center. Now Zane Fowl in right. Alec Peterson behind the plate. And Kyle Rosenbrock will deliver the opening pitch for the B-Diggers here in the bottom of the first inning. To the right-hander, Ty Hanslick. The pitch. Fastball, a strike on the outer half. Just above the knees, it's 0-1. The right-hander gets a sign. Wide of the 0-1. Swung on and lifted into shallow center field. Right there is Nico Guzman. A few steps in, makes the two-handed grab, and there's one down. One down for Cesar Mercado, who drilled a two-run homer in the opening inning against Alec Peterson on Tuesday. Peterson setting up on the outside corner, and the pitch. Fastball is just outside. Spotted it exactly where he wanted to, but just missed. 1 ball and no strikes. Rosenbrock with a live arm, hasn't thrown yet this season. And the offering in the dirt. 2-0. The B-Diggers scored their run with 2 down in the top of the first inning. And trying to keep Valley off the scoreboard in the bottom of the first. 2-0 pitch. Fastball, a strike. on the outside corner, thigh high, and it's 2-1. The right-hander ready. Mercado from the right side. And the pitch. Fastball is up and in. Ball 3, strike 1. To Cesar Mercado. Excellent shortstop here for Valley. Rosenbrock ready. And the pitch. Outside, and he walks.
Mercado draws the walk.
So both pitchers issued a walk, even though the starter for Valley, Peyton Chacon, at the plate is now behind the plate. Peyton Chacon had 2 home runs on Tuesday, including the game-winning grand slam in the top of the 7th. 3-step lead for Mercado, the stretch by Rosenbrock. And the pitch. Fastball, a strike. On the outer half, just above the knees, it's 0-1. Rosenbrock looks in. Infield a double play depth. 2-step lead at first. And the offering runner going. Swung on, grounded up the middle. The shortstop right off his knee. Maltos Garcia into right center field. Racing to third is going to be Mercado. He's going to be sent home. And he slides in safely. We'll call that a straight-up double. He was ranging to his left. And the game is tied at 1.
Which ties the ball game up at 1s in the bottom of the first.
You don't see that all the time. Very odd play. And here's Carter Chacon. Chacon hit one of those 5 Valley home runs in that game on Tuesday. Stretched by Rosenbrock to pitch. Low. And the count sitting at 1 ball and no strikes. Against this left-handed hitter. Stretch and pitch. Fastball is inside. Well, it looked like it got corner, but it missed. Count goes to 2-0, and Rosenbrock falling behind hitters here. 2-0 is swung on and drilled into deep left center field. That one is way back, and it takes 1-2 hops off the bottom of the fence. Rounding third is Chacon. Now Carter Chacon with a run-scoring double. And Valley now leads the game 2-1.
Another run for the Vikings, now leading 2-1. Now up number 10, Avery Hanslick.
Well, you fall behind the hitter, and that's part of what happens. So Avery Hanslick will step in. Now Rosenbrock's got to bear down here. The stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss, through the fastball right by him. No balls and 1 strike. The stretch and the offering, and that ball hit him. It tailed in on Hanslick. Well, it is the first start of the season here for Kyle Rosenbrock. And unfortunately, it's showing. That was a pitch that he drove in on the right-hander. Here's Sean Chacon. He had a 2-run homer against the Beat Diggers on Tuesday. So first and second with only 1 down in the bottom of the first inning. And Valley already with a 2-1 lead. The pitch. Fastball is low. 1 ball and no strikes. Chacon awaits. The offering. Fastball is just outside. Wow. It looked like he got the corner before, but not that time. 2-0, and again, falling behind hitters is the right-hander Rosenbrock. Normally not accustomed to doing that. The pitch. Up and in, not even close. 1 pitch away from loading the bases. And as it's always said, there's no defense against a walk. More than likely, Chacon will be taking, and he takes the fastball for a strike. but still well ahead in the count at 3-1. Off of second Carter Chacon. Avery Hanslick at first. 2-1 Valley. One down in the bottom of the first inning. Rosenbrock delivers. Swung on. That ball is fisted in the air on the right side, but out of play as Hirschfeld gives chase. So now it's a full count to Chacon. And Rosenbrock attempted to come back on this hitter. Looks in for the sign. And the offering. Outside with a fastball. He walked him. Just missed. And the bases are loaded.
Now up number 4, Riley Diedrich.
And Riley Diedrich will now hit. And Rosenbrock's got to figure out a way to get him out. Because if not, this could turn into a big inning for the Vikings. They pretty much contained Diedrich. On Tuesday, the wind and pitch. Fastball is up and away. Yeah, he was 0 for 4 in the game on Tuesday. So just challenge him, maybe get a 1-2-3 double play and get out of this mess. No balls. Check that. 1 ball, no strikes. The base is loaded. On the bottom of the first inning, already the makings of another long game. Rosenbrock gets a sign. And the offering. Changeup is up and in. 2-0. He's thrown 22 pitches, only 9 strikes. Chacon at third, Hanslick at second, and Sean Chacon at first. Big pitch here for Rosenbrock. The offering. That's right down the middle for a strike. He needed that one. He couldn't fall behind 3-0. Instead, it's 2-1. The last 5 hitters have reached. This is the 7th hitter here in this lineup. 2-1. Swung on and drilled up the right side. Zane foul to his left. Still racing. The ball lands just inside the line. Chacon is going to score. Avery Hanslick around third, headed towards the plate, and he's in on that long fly ball inside the right field line. It's a 2-run double. 4-1 Valley as Diedrich, who could not deliver on Tuesday, comes through today.
Now the Vikings leading 4-1.
And 2 more in scoring position.
Now up for the Vikes.
Here's Jermaine Mendoza.
Jermaine Mendoza.
Mendoza did not start in the game on Tuesday. In fact, didn't make an appearance at all. Now the Bee Diggers might have to play in. Already down by a large margin here. Well, fairly large when you consider that Valley's still batting and up 4-1. And now we have another delay before the next pitch is thrown. Already had couple of lengthy delays in this one. The pitch in the dirt with a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. And here comes Kevin Fergus out to the hill to settle down the right-hander. And look, when he came out there and he retired the first hitter, okay, it's the Rosenbrock that we're used to seeing. But, again, he's just a few days removed from a basketball uniform, and the Bee Diggers in now less than 8 innings have allowed 25 runs to Valley. And down by 3 in this one. Sean Chacon at third, Riley Diedrich at second. The Bee Diggers certainly have the bats to win the game, but will they have the pitching and defense? Because they also committed 4 errors on Tuesday. And they need innings out of Rosenbrock. He's already thrown 25 pitches. Wind and pitch squaring to bunt, and he bunts it up the first base side. Rosenbrock will barehanded throw to first. The run scores on a perfect bunt by Jermaine Mendoza. Valley now leads 5-1. And that was beautifully placed. And another runner still at third. Wind and the pitch. And the fastball a strike to Angelo Garcia, hitting out of the 9-hole. Garcia had a key at bat in that 7th inning. Laid down a bunt, and it was an error for the Beet Diggers, and a curveball is a strike. Looked a little bit upstairs, but called a strike. The Beet Diggers will take it. No balls and 2 strikes to Angelo Garcia. Wind and pitch. Swing and a miss. And on 3 pitches, Rosenbrock strikes out the 9th place hitter Angelo Garcia. However, not before. The Valley Vikings scored 5 runs. They do it on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. Let's head to the second. Valley 5, Brush 1 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Now we head to the second inning. And the Beet Diggers, who lost at Valley 21-10 on Tuesday, find themselves down 5-1. And Nico Guzman will step in for Brush. Wind in the pitch against Riley Diedrich is up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. And that pitch is down, took something off it. 2 balls and no strikes to the senior center fielder Guzman. Swung on and tapped foul up the third base side. Guzman was 2 for 4 in Tuesday's game. The season opener for him, Simmons, Hirschfeld, and Rosenbrock. The right-hander Diedrich gets the sign. And the 2-1. Swung on. That's grounded left side for a base hit into left field. That's Brush's second hit as Guzman begins the second inning with a base knock. And that'll bring up Brandon Walter.
Now for the Beet Diggers, their DH number 6, Brandon Walter.
Now Walter was able to reach base 3 times. He was 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Reached on an error as well. Short lead at first. The pitch squaring to bunt, and he lays it down foul behind the plate. No balls and 1 strike. So the 7, 8, and 9 coming up for the Beet Diggers here in the top half of the second inning. With Valley in the lead 5-1. The stretch and the offering, and the changeup is low. The count levels at 1 ball and 1 strike. When you're shopping for new appliances, shop the best appliance store in Fort Morgan, B&B Appliance. They'll help you find your perfect fit. B&B Appliance. Change up a strike on the outside corner, thigh high. It's 1-2 to Walter, hitting from the left side. Guzman with about a step lead at first. That's about it. The right-hander Diedrich delivers. Swung on in line to left center field. That's a base hit on a hanging curveball. To second is Guzman, and that's 2 base hits to begin the second inning. Now the Beet Diggers are in business with B.J. Hirschfeld stepping in.
Left field, which will now bring up number 11.
Wow.
Hirschfeld.
This has the making of a slugfest, the way it's going. Hirschfeld was 1 for 3 on Tuesday. The stretch and pitch. Fastball, a strike. Down the middle, it's 0-1. And the Beet Diggers need this game because they don't win this game, and they are the victims of a sweep by Valley. They'll have to sweep somebody else. The offering, and the curveball is outside. That levels the count at 1-1. Yeah, they should be able to sweep Estes Park, but I'm talking about a team like Sterling or University. Somebody in the top 10 like Brush. And the pitch. Up and away. Ball 2, strike 1. But I tell you what, if either team is going to go far in their season, they'll need better pitching. And Brush's pitching has been suspect here in the last game plus. Swung on and popped foul. Out of play, it's 2-2. To B.J. Hirschfeld. Peyton Chacon lays down the sign. And the 2-2 pitch. And the curveball is upstairs. It'd be a gamble if you start the runners with nobody out. I don't think it's going to happen. Runners take their leads. And a 3-2. Up and in with a fastball, and the bases are loaded for Grayson Simmons.
Now up number 7, Grayson Simmons.
All of a sudden, this game has the makings of changing a bit. As Simmons will now step in. The G-Man had 2 hits and 4 RBIs. 2-run double and a 2-run triple on Tuesday. Wind and pitch, and that's in the dirt, blocked by Chacon. On the changeup, it's 1-0. Oh, I said on Tuesday, there's no way we could top that, right? We're not going to get more than 31 runs, but we've got 6 in the opening inning, and the B-Diggers are about to score more here. Swung on. That ball's drilled down the right field line, and fair! 1 run is going to score as Guzman crosses home plate. The ball is fielded in the corner. Here comes Walter, and around third is Hirschfeld. The throw to the plate will be late. It's a bases-clearing double for Grayson Simmons. 7 RBIs in the last game plus. And the B-Diggers have made it a 1-run game. It's 5-4. And that ball was tattooed by the G-Man. That'll bring up Arnoldo Matos Garcia,
Now up for the B-Diggers.
who popped to center
Number 12, Arnoldo
in his opening at bat. And a pitch swung on and fouled and out of play. Count is sitting at 0-1. 2 baby. The stretch, and Diedrich comes home, and the breaking ball's in the dirt. That levels the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Here to Arnoldo Matos Garcia. Stepping back into the box. And the offering. Upstairs with a changeup. 2 balls and 1 strike. The stretch. Matos Garcia awaits, and he takes a fastball upstairs. That's exactly what his family's telling him. Do not help him out. Just take the pitches if you have to. That's what Matos Garcia is doing right now. 3-1 with the B-Diggers down by a run. Nobody out in the top of the second inning. 3-1 pitch, and he takes a fastball inside off the glove of Chacon. No advance there by Simmons. First and second now for Zane Fowl.
Which will now bring up number 2, Zane
Fowl grounded back to the mound in his first plate appearance. And now Steve Kissler, the head coach of the Vikings, out to the hill. A bank that is committed to their community and keeping banking simple. Morgan Federal Bank. When you need banking advice, Morgan Federal Bank, 321 Ensign. There's a difference. Member FDIC. And we have already been on this field for over 40 minutes, even though there was some injury time added to that. And a total of 6 outs has been made in this game. At this pace, it'll be about an 8-hour game. We're going to have to pick it up a little bit. Hopefully the B-Diggers hit and get off the field with some quick outs defensively. So here's Fowl stepping in. Righty against righty. Runners take their leads. And the offering. Swung on. Grounded as short. Could be 2. Mercado to second. That's 1. And he dropped the ball! So he didn't even get it. Oh, they're going to say out of the transfer. So it will be 1. They're going to say out of the transfer. So it will be a fielder's choice as Hanslick. They're ruling that he did catch the ball. So runners at the corners. And here is Alec Peterson. Petey walked and later scored on Kyle Rosenbrock's double. So he can tie the game for the B-Diggers. The stretch by Diedrich. And the offering, runner going. And the ball's in the dirt. The throw to second is late. Sliding in safely is foul. As they went all the way through with that one. So 2 runners in scoring position for Brush. And Peterson ahead in the count. At 1 ball and no strikes. Valley 5, Brush 4 in the second. The stretch and the pitch. And he swings and sends it in the air into right center field. Ranging over there is Garcia, but it's caught there by Chacon. The throw to the plate is going to be made, but it's offline, and it gets away. The run scores. Here comes foul to the plate. Pitcher covering, but the ball sails by. And foul also scores. And the Bead Diggers now lead 6-5. Taking advantage of the throwing there by Chacon. So give Peterson a sac fly. Well, not the most conventional play, but it gave the Bead Diggers the lead. Again, the air goes to Chacon. Here's Kyle Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock with an RBI double. The pitch swung on, that's drilled foul up the left side.
Now up number 5, Kyle Rosenbrock.
No balls and 1 strike. So Brush has turned around that deficit into a lead. Wind and pitch. The breaking ball swung on and laced into left field. That's a base hit. And Kyle Rosenbrock is now 2 for 2 as he drilled that hanging curveball. And that'll bring up Mikey Gutierrez. Gutierrez is the 9th hitter of the inning. Nico Guzman began the rally for the Bead Diggers with a base hit. I'm just not sure that's the type of baseball their team wants to be playing. These high-scoring games uses up your pitching. That first pitch is down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. And the offering. Change up high, throw back to first. Rosenbrock back in standing. It is 2-0. Yeah, the sun is out, but not by the end of this game. No way. Diedrich delivers. Swing and a miss again. He took a fastball swing at a changeup. And the count is sitting at 2-1. The Bead Diggers lead Valley 6-5 in the top of the second inning. Diedrich stretches. Runner goes, great jump. Swung on, that is drilled inside the left field line for a base hit. Rosenbrock rounds third. He's going to score. The ball is still rolling towards the corner. Mikey G is headed to third, and he's going to be in there with an RBI triple. And Brush now leads Valley 7-5. Well, that's a great hit and run. And here comes Nico Guzman. The Bead Diggers have scored 6 runs in the inning.
Now up for Brush, number 13, Nico Guzman.
Guzman scored one of those runs. And he takes it for a strike on the off-speed pitch. No balls and 1 strike. To Nico. The stretch and the pitch. And he swings and fouls it. Out of play, straight back. And the count is at 0-2. To Nico. Swung on, that ball is drilled into left field for a base hit on an 0-2 pitch that was up in the zone. And Guzman took advantage. His second hit of the inning. And the Bead Diggers now lead 8-5 as Gutierrez scores. Here's Brandon Walter. He got a base hit on a 2-strike pitch. That swung on and drilled up the middle for a base hit into center. He's got 2 hits in the inning. Nico to second. Wow. Man, you can barely keep up on the scoreboard here. Here's B.J. Hirschfeld. Hirschfeld walked in the inning. And looks like we're going to have a pitching change. So we'll take it with them. We are in the top of the second inning. The Bee Diggers lead Valley. They've scored 7 runs in the inning. They lead 8-5 on 10-10 KSIR and KSIR.com. Oh, this is unreal. Avery Hanslick is the new pitcher for Valley. The Vikings have recorded just 5 outs. There's 2 down and 2 on for B.J. Hirschfeld. The Bee Diggers lead Valley 8-5. And by the time the second inning is over, an hour will have been played. The stretch and the pitch. That's a fastball in the inside corner for a strike. Steve Kistler just wants a pitcher that can record outs. The Bee Diggers have been teeing off in this inning. Hirschfeld awaits. Fastball is upstairs and inside. The count is level at 1-1. The stretch by the right-hander. And the pitch outside. Raul Rios now at first base. Riley Diedrich is playing his third position of the game. He goes from behind the plate to the mound to left field. The offering upstairs. 3-1. When it comes to livestock feed, you can rely on Colorado Soy. Rely on them to help deal with the nutritional needs of your livestock. Visit coloradosoy.com, and that is high and away. And Hirschfeld walks. And here is Grayson Simmons. Grayson Simmons had a bases-clearing double in this inning. Well, let's see if he can deliver again. He's been on fire against Valley in the 2 games they played. Wind and pitch, and he takes a fastball for a strike on the outer half. It's 0-1. Simmons for Brush is the 12th hitter of the inning upstairs. Off of third is Guzman. Walter at second. Hirschfeld at first. And the offering. And he swings and drills it into deep center field. Chacon is way back towards the fence, and it's over his head. He might have another bases-clearing hit. 2 runs are in. Hirschfeld around third. He will score. It's the second bases-clearing double of the inning for Grayson Simmons. And Brush now leads Valley 11-5. Holy mahungus. He's got 6 RBIs in the inning. And that ball was tattooed.
Now for Brush, number 12, Arnaldo Maltos.
Just drilling the baseball, and that pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. To baby Maltos Garcia, the stretch and the offering. And he takes a fastball for a strike on the inside corner. One ball, 1 strike. The Bee Diggers have scored 10 runs in the frame. The pitch and the breaking ball is low off the catcher's glove. Count is now sitting at 2-1 to Arnoldo Maltos Garcia. And the pitch is upstairs with a fastball, 3-1. Man, I've never seen anything like these 2 games. And the offering, and he walked him.
Maltos draws a walk. Now up for the Bee Diggers, number 2, Zane Fowl.
Now here is Zane Fowl, and the pitch upstairs. One ball, no strikes on Fowl. And that's in the same spot. It's 2-0. Well, the Bee Diggers will just be taking pitches. 2 balls, no strikes. Simmons at second. Maltos Garcia at first. That's high with a changeup. It's 3-0. Like I said, I haven't seen anything like this. I got to be home some point tonight. So does everybody else. And that fastball is down the middle for a strike. 3-1. The stretch and the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Challenged him with a fastball. The runners will be going here on the 3-2 pitch. The Bee Diggers have nearly matched what Valley did in the 7th inning against Brush on Tuesday when they scored 12 runs. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hanslick delivers. Swung on in line towards right center field. That's a base hit. Simmons rounds third. He will score. And the third is going to be Matos Garcia, an RBI single for Zane Fowl. And the Bee Diggers have scored 11 runs in the 2nd inning and lead 12-5.
Let's go, Pete.
That'll bring up Alec Peterson. Petey in the game has walked and hit a sacrifice fly that tied the game at 5, and an error on the same play allowed the Bee Diggers to extend the lead. Stretch and pitch, and the breaking ball's a strike. Yeah, I'm sure even Rosenbrock didn't think, well, I'll go out there with a 7-run lead after being down by that many runs. But that's going to happen at least. And that's off the catcher's glove. And to the plate is Matos Garcia. He will score on the pass ball. To second is Foul. And the Bee Diggers have now scored 12 runs in the inning and lead 13-5. This is unbelievable. Unreal that this has happened after the Bee Diggers allowed 12 runs. Now they have scored 12. Obviously in 2 separate games.
Let's go, Pete.
The stretch, pitch to Petey. Fastball, a strike. Count is at 1-2 to Alec Peterson. Avery Hanslick delivers in the dirt with a breaking ball. Count is now sitting at 2-2. Hanslick ready. And the pitch. Curveball is fouled off the end of the bat. Nice adjustment by Peterson. Remains at 2-2. Well, trying to put him away here. The stretch and the offering. And the curveball is up and away. So the count is now sitting at 3 balls and 2 strikes. To Alec Peterson, the stretch and the offering. Swung on and fouled. I'm telling you, we're not going to get 7 innings in unless these innings pick up quite a bit. No way, not without lights. Not even close. Now we'll have another payoff pitch, and time is called just prior to that. Well, that doesn't help the pitcher. We're only in the 2nd inning. Incredibly enough. The stretch. 3-2. Curveball is grounded foul down the third base side. Brush has scored 12 runs in the inning. It'll be another 3-2 pitch to Alec Peterson. Here it is. And that is up and away. He walks. Wow. This is unbelievable. Here comes the 17th hitter of the inning, Kyle Rosenbrock. I mean, is this really happening?
Number 5, Kyle Rosenbrock.
Yeah, I got to make some calls. The pitch swung on and lifted foul off to the left side. That pitch was up in the zone with runners at the corners. No balls and 1 strike. Rosenbrock already has a couple of hits in the game, including an RBI double. Singled earlier in this inning. Off of third is foul. The pitch up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. I can't even tell you how many pitches have been thrown in this inning. I will in a second. Hanslick himself has thrown 30. And he's the 2nd pitcher of the inning. The stretch, Rosenbrock awaits, and the offering. Curveball's a strike. On the outer half, it's 1-2. To Kyle Rosenbrock. 1 ball and 2 strikes. With 2 down. Runners take their leads. Yeah, this is still unbelievable to me. And the pitch. High, throw to second, and that's going to be in time to Nail Peterson. The inning ends on a caught stealing.
That will end the inning.
Well, the Bee Diggers, though, do some incredible damage in the inning. They score 12 runs. The Bee Diggers do it on 9 hits, 1 error, and there was a man left, and there were a total of 73 pitches thrown in that inning. Let's go to the bottom of the second. This is incredible. Brush 13, Valley 5 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. We should be in about the 4th inning of a normal baseball game, but as fate would have it, we go to the bottom of the second, and the Brush Bee Diggers lead the Valley Vikings 13-5. The game is an hour old, and we've only recorded 9 outs. It'll be Ty Hanslick, Cesar Mercado, and Peyton Chacon. Hanslick popped out to begin the bottom of the first inning. Let's see if Kyle can just mow these guys down and move the game along. Wind and pitch. Fastball is down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Rosenbrock did throw 29 pitches in the opening inning. Wind and offering. Fastball a strike on the outer half at the knees. The count levels at 1-1. Now, I would have given you the deed to my house if I would have said the Bee Diggers would have an 8-run lead going into this inning after trailing by 4. The pitch, and the breaking ball is upstairs. Ball 2, strike 1. I should be able to get through every sponsor we've ever had. Stop, shop, and save on all your grocery needs and snacks for game time enjoyment. Brush Grocery Cart, 1302 West Edison Street in Brush. Come on, Kyle, up and away with a fastball. 3-1. I mean, you got to groove it at this point. Up by 8. This is the leadoff hitter in the lineup and of the inning. And the pitch. That's a fastball at the knees. Down the middle, it's 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Ty Hanslick. Rosenbrock ready. And the pitch. Oh, he walked him. Below the knees. That'll bring up Cesar Mercado. Mercado walked as well and later scored. Yeah, Valley's not going to be up there swinging unless you throw the strikes. They're a pretty disciplined hitting team. 2-step lead. Rosenbrock delivers. Fastball is high. Man, he does not have his release point. He's much better than this. But again, it's his first start of the season. 1-0. And the offering. There's a fastball for a strike. Down the middle, just above the knees. If he can locate it there consistently, then the Bee Diggers will be going in the right direction in this game. They lead 13-5 in the bottom of the second. Pitch to Mercado. The curveball is a strike at the knees on the outer edge. That pitch is virtually unhittable. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The heart of the order is coming up. 3-step lead for Hanslick. And the offering. Fastball away. Runner going to second. Perfect throw. The tag is applied. And Hanslick is out at second base. Montos Garcia put it on him. Alec Peterson with a perfect throw. And there's 1 down in the bottom of the second inning. That's Bee Digger baseball at its best. Now let's see if Rosenbrock can deliver here on a 2-2 pitch to Mercado. Gets the sign from Peterson, who's looking over towards the dugout. And now Mercado calls time. Took some time to relay that sign in. Much different situation. 2 balls and 2 strikes with the bases empty. Wind and pitch. Curveball is down and away. Went for it, couldn't get it. It's 3-2 to Mercado. Wind and pitch. Swung on. That ball's fouled straight back. Went with a fastball down at the knees. Keeps it at a 3-2 count. Rosenbrock ready, and the pitch. Swung on. That ball's lifted foul, and out of play off to the right. 13 runs for Brush on 10 hits. 5 runs on 3 hits for Valley. Valley has committed the game's only error. It'll be a 3-2 once again to Mercado. The pitch, and the breaking ball is in the dirt, and he walks. And Rosenbrock has issued 3 of those. And Peyton Chacon has doubled in a run. Rosenbrock at the belt, and the offering. Fastball a strike. On the outer half thigh high, it's 0-1. The Bee Diggers with a run in the first and 12 in the second. Valley had all their runs in the first inning. And the offering. Fastball a strike on the inside corner, knee high. And the count moves to 0-2. And Rosenbrock is a pitcher. He's got a good out pitch with that breaking ball. Let's see what he does here. 0-2 pitch. Very high with a fastball. Still ahead in the count. The count sitting at 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and foul tip to the plate on the breaking ball. And these are good hitters for Valley. They get an opportunity. They don't miss. They at least stay alive in the count. Very hard to strike out these guys, as Brush has been finding out. It'll be a 1-2. Here it is. Swung on. That's drilled into left field on a high fastball for a base hit. Pitch was up. Advancing to second is Mercado. Here comes Valley. First and second with only 1 out. Yeah, you can't sneak a fastball in there. Hit number 4 for Valley. And Carter Chacon steps in. He had a run-scoring double in his first at-bat. Hitting for the left side. The pitch. Low with a fastball. Yeah, the bothersome thing is the walks he's issued in this inning. Because that's what's setting it up here for Valley. Well, he had 1 hit in the frame. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Swung on, drilled into deep left center field. That one is going to clear the head of Guzman all the way to the fence. Mercado's around third, and he's racing to the plate. He's going to score on the RBI double from Carter Chacon. And it's now 13-6. And make it a single, by the way, because Peyton had to hold up. So just a single, even though the ball was tattooed. So the Bee Diggers get a little bit of a break there, as Avery Hanslick will now hit. Oh, he had a football score, 21-10. On Tuesday, another football score here. The pitch, and the breaking ball's in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. To Avery Hanslick. And the offering. Swung on and foul tipped into the glove of Peterson. Levels the count at 1-1. Hanslick was hit by a pitch in the opening frame. Runners take their leads. And the offering. Fastball is up and in. Nearly hit by that one. Ball 2, strike 1. Both teams have been on defense for quite a while. 2-1. Very high. 3-1, already 53 pitches thrown by Rosenbrock. And he's recorded just 4 outs in the game. Had a 7-run lead going into the inning. I'm telling you, I don't know if they can play 7 innings in this game with no lights. And the offering swung on and popped in on the right side, and that might head out of play, but Peterson makes the catch just shy of the fence as he fell back. Excellent play by Peterson on a ball hit extremely high towards the fence, and thank goodness that stayed in play as the out was recorded. And there's 2 down. It's a big, big out recorded. And here's Sean Chacon. Chacon walked. So that's actually 4 walks that have been issued by Rosenbrock, not 3. And he swings and fouls it back. I mean, this team can swing it. So pitching around is not necessarily a bad idea at times, but you don't want to do it too much. As Brush is in the lead 13-6 in inning number 2. Rosenbrock stretches. And the offering. And the breaking ball is in the dirt. That levels the count. With 2 Chacons on the bases. Payton at second, Carter at first. And the Bead Diggers trying to stop this rally here by Valley. They've already scored a run in the frame. And the offering. And the curveball is right there down the middle. It's strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runners take their leads. Peterson lays down the sign. And the 1-2 pitch. Very high with a fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still not a good ratio for Kyle. 30 strikes and 28 balls through an inning and 2/3. Looks back. And the pitch. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball. And Rosenbrock records a strikeout to end the inning. 1 run for Valley on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. 2 complete. It is Brush 13, Valley 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Bead Diggers sent 16 men to the plate because Kyle Rosenbrock was number 17 in the second inning. But Alec Peterson was caught stealing, so Rosenbrock will now lead off the third with the Bead Diggers up 13-6.
Now for the Bead Diggers, number 5, Kyle.
And this game has got to pick up big time because we played an hour and 12 minutes. And we're only in the third. And the breaking ball is down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. The right-hander Avery Hanslick delivers. Swung on and foul back. Count is leveled at 1-1. A RBI double and a single here for Rosenbrock. Again, you can follow all the scoring at KSIRsports.com. Click on today's game, and the changeup is upstairs. Ball 2, strike 1. Stretch and pitch. Swung on. That ball is hit extremely high towards second base, and Hanslick to his right makes the catch. And there's 1 down. That's a rare first out to begin the inning. And I know Brush is up by 7, but you've got to continue to extend the lead. Rosenbrock went up there swinging. Here's Mikey Gutierrez. He struck out swinging and then scorched an RBI triple. So he's 1 for 2. Wine and pitch. Upstairs with the off-speed pitch, it's 1-0 on Mikey Gutierrez. Laying down the sign is Chacon and the offering. Fastball, a strike on the outer half, just below belt level. The count is level at 1-1. And the offering. And that's upstairs with a changeup. Ball 2, strike 1. You have the option of selling your beans on the spot or storing products in their facilities at Trinidad Benham for future transactions. 970-522-3595. Swung on, and that is lifted into shallow left center field. The shortstop, Mercado, is out. He calls for it, and he dropped the ball as he backpedaled Gutierrez into second. Then the throw gets away, and Gutierrez heads to third. Oh, that's going to be a double error. Both on Mercado. He dropped the fly ball there, right in his glove. Not an easy play, but should have had it. Here's Nico Guzman, a couple of singles. Swung on and fouled. And it's 0-1. So Nico's at 2 for 2. Let's see if Brush can take advantage of that double error committed by Mercado. The pitch with the breaking ball's inside. Nico had to back out of the way. That levels the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. And the offering. Outside with a fastball, 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, you got to believe that Valley's going to go to a 4th pitcher. Hanslick's already thrown a lot of pitches here. 2-1. A little bit outside. Boy, that barely missed. 3-1. Good eye there by Guzman. Just off the corner. Out of the windup with a man at 3rd and 1 out is Hanslick. The offering. Swung on. That ball is laced into left center field. That's got some carry to it. Back towards the track. And a dive. And that ball's in there. It lands for a base hit. Guzman around second. Guzman is headed for third as Gutierrez scores. No throw on the RBI triple on that long fly ball hit by Nico. And the Beat Diggers now lead Valley 14-6. And Guzman is 3 for 3.
Now for the Beat Diggers, number 6, Brandon Walter.
And Brandon Walter is 2 for 2. He bats the pitch. And the breaking ball is a strike on the inside corner. No balls and 1 strike. And the offering. Changeup is upstairs. And that levels the count at 1-1. The pitch. Up and away with a fastball. Ball 2, strike 1 on Brandon Walter. The Bee Diggers have teed off for 11 hits in the game. The pitch. Swung on and fouled back. That evens the count at 2-2 with a man at third, 1 down. So another scoring opportunity for Brush in this inning. The pitch. Upstairs with a changeup. Walter with a disciplined eye. 3 balls and 2 strikes. A run in the first, 12 in the second, 1 so far here in the third. The offering. Outside with a fastball, and Walter walks. And now first and third for B.J. Hirschfeld, who has walked twice.
B.J. Hirschfeld.
I mean, I know the offenses are, especially Brushes, hitting the ball well, but the pitching here has been pretty atrocious. Way too many walks in this game. One in, 2 on. The pitch. Breaking ball, a strike. No balls and 2 strikes to B.J. Hirschfeld after Walter walked on a 3-2 pitch. And the offering. And called strike 3. A beautiful breaking ball. I don't know what Hanslick's doing. He thought there were 3 outs. He's running towards the dugout.
Hirschfeld looking for the second out of the inning.
And that'll send up Grayson Simmons.
Number 7, Grayson Simmons.
Simmons, in the second inning, had 2 3-run doubles. The pitch. Breaking ball is up and away. Let me tell you, that pitch that Hirschfeld did not swing at, that was a nasty pitch. I mean, sometimes you take a pitch and you say why, but not that one. I didn't even see that one coming from here. The pitch, up and away with a fastball. 2 balls and no strikes. Simmons has 6 RBIs in the game, and we are only in the 3rd inning. He's got a chance for more. The offering takes a fastball up and away. 3 balls and no strikes. Yeah, we got to check the walk totals in this game. It's pretty awful at this point with Matos Garcia on deck. And anytime you're approaching double digits in walks combined, not even midway through the game. 3-0 is a strike with a fastball in the outside corner. 3 balls and 1 strike. Now Rosenbrock has walked 4. The stretch and the pitch upstairs. And that's another walk. That's the 8th walk issued by Valley pitchers and the 5th by Hanslick. So there's been 12 walks in the game. Matos Garcia has popped out and walked twice with the bases loaded and 2 down. Brush leads 14-6 over Valley, and the breaking ball's a strike on the outer half. It's 0-1. And we're only in the top of the 3rd inning. Matos Garcia digging in. At third is Guzman. Walter at second. Simmons at first. Swung on. Hit in the air into right field. Ranging into his left is Garcia. Still coming. Makes the two-handed grab. And that will end the inning. So the Bead Diggers do strand 3. They score a run, however, and the Bead Diggers do it. 1 base hit. There were 2 errors as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's Brush 14, Valley 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 14-6. That's right. 14-6 in favor of Brush heading to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And Jaron Peterson is now on the mound, and thanks to Coach Fergus for filling me in there. Kyle Rosenbrock now at short. Yeah, he did throw 59 pitches in 2 innings. They got to preserve that arm. And we've got a lead this big. That's certainly the way to go. And that'll put Matos Garcia at second as well. It'll be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Well, let's see what Peterson can do. He had an outing against Estes Park. He looked pretty good. Threw strikes, and this is part of the key here. This Valley lineup is loaded, but throw some strikes and attain some success.
Kyle Rosenbrock will now move to short.
We've already had a massive number of changes. You know that Hanslick's going to be out of the game at some point in terms of being off the mound.
To lead off the inning will be number 4, Riley Diedrich.
And Riley Diedrich delivered a double in his first at bat. Jaron Peterson, the right-hander, Brush's second pitcher, will deliver. And the fastball's on the inside corner for a strike. Now Rosenbrock is not the pitcher of record. He only threw 2 innings. High school ball in a 7-inning game, got to go about 4. So he would not be the winning pitcher. The Bead Diggers hold on. And the offering. Fastball is up and in. Count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Peterson gets the sign, or gives the sign over to Peterson. Peterson. The breaking ball's into dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. That's one thing I wonder about. You're up by 8 runs. Yeah, you want to work on pitches, but it's the first hitter of the inning. Just throw fastballs. See if he can hit it. This is the 7th hitter. It's the 2nd or 3rd hitter, different story. See, now that breaking ball nearly hit him. So that's 2. I don't get this. That pitch sequence is very confusing to me. Got 1 and 1, have an 8-run lead, and going with breaking balls, which are much more difficult to throw strikes as opposed to the fastball. 3-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled on a check swing on a fastball. Now it's 3-2. And that's not being nitpicky. That's just using what I consider to be baseball sense. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Diedrich. And a pitch in the dirt. I don't know if he threw him a breaking ball all the way to the screen. It gets away. Short arm that one. It's a walk. 5th walk by Bead Digger pitching. Make Stubbs Gas and Oil your next stop heading out of town. During your visit, you can gas up your vehicle, sit down to lunch, get snacks and your hunting and fishing licenses. Stubbs Gas and Oil. And tune into 1010 Preps and more weekdays from 1 to 2 with yours truly for the latest in high school sports. Here's Raul Rios with his first at bat of the game. The stretch, hitting from the left side, the pitch. And the curveball is a beauty. Well, started off with that. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. We've had 13 walks in the game. 8 by Valley, 5 by Brush. The pitch out, nothing doing. Count is level at 1-1. In the bottom of the third inning, the Beet Diggers with a 14-6 lead here on the road. Peterson looks in for the sign. Pitch to Rios. Fastball is low. 2 balls and 1 strike. The Beet Diggers have 11 hits, Valley with 5, and Valley's committed to game's only errors, and that's 3 errors they've made. 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball is down and in. Again, I'm just baffling. I'm confused completely. Why in the world are they calling for curveballs here when they're behind in the count? It's just too hard. 3-1. The pitch. Fastball is down and in. Yeah, but, it's that much harder to throw a fastball for a strike. Here's Angelo Garcia, the 9th place hitter. So you've walked the first 2, and the heart of the order is coming up. Yeah, there's no way we're going 7 innings on the pace of this game. An hour and 27 minutes, the stretch. And the offering. Fastball, a strike. Let's keep throwing those. On the outer half of the knees, it's 0-1. Off of second is Riley Diedrich. Raul Rios at first. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. That time he threw him a breaking ball, but that time he's ahead in the count. You don't want to throw those behind in the count or even in the count. 0-2. Jaron Peterson stretches. And the sophomore delivers. Curveball swung on and missed. And Garcia strikes out for out number 1. Here's Ty Hanslick, who's popped out and walked. He's 0 for 1. Got to get this guy because you know what's coming up after him, Mercado. And it could be dangerous for the Beet Diggers. The stretch by Peterson. And the pitch. Upstairs with the off-speed. 1 ball and no strikes. Runners take their leads. Diedrich and Rios reached on bases on balls. 1-0. Fastball is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Beet Diggers back in action coming up Saturday morning from Estes, 11 o'clock on 1010 and KSIR.com. And the 2-0 pitch. He short-armed it completely in the dirt, 3-0. I'm telling you, Valley's going to get back into this game if you got the bases loaded with Mercado coming up. That guy doesn't miss a pitch. 3-0. And the Peterson pitch. It's a strike with a fastball. Ball 3, strike 1. Again, Hanslick awaiting. 3-1 pitch. Swung on and grounded sharply to second. Matos Garcia to second for 1. Rosenbrock to first. And safe! Oh, barely ahead of that throw. Runners at the corners with 2 down. Nice job of Jaron Peterson coming back.
They do get the out at second, but
and
now for the Vikings will be number 5.
That will send up Cesar Mercado. But that changes the inning completely. Instead of bases loaded with 1 down, you got first and third with 2 outs. Mercado has walked twice. Stretched by Peterson. And the pitch. Breaking ball is down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Diedrich at third. Now Ty Hanslick at first. He's got speed. He might be taking off to put 2 runners in scoring position, down by 8 runs in this inning. And the offering. Swung on, grounded to short. Rosenbrock to his left. Has it off his glove, but towards Matos Garcia at second, and he put his foot on the bag. The Beet Diggers got a huge break as it deflected off of Rosenbrock to Matos Garcia, and he stepped on the bag. That's the most unusual 6'4" fielder's choice. But the Beet Diggers will take it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left. Wow, let's head to the 4th inning. The Bee Diggers lead Valley 14-6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Zane Fowl will take a ball to begin the fourth inning. Here from Bigfoot Turf Farms, and the Bee Diggers hold the lead. Swung on and drilled into deep left field, way back towards the fence, and that ball is off the fence. Fouls around first. He's into second with a leadoff double. On a 1-0 pitch, Foul now 2 for 4. And he drilled that baseball for Brush's 12th hit of the game. Hard to get one out of here today. Alec Peterson is 0 for 0. A walk, a sac fly, and a walk. And the fastball is upstairs. Well, there's still the possibility of the Bee Diggers winning this in 5 innings because you've got this big lead. I mean, that's the way you'll finish early. Swung on, that ball's drilled high and deep into left field. That one might leave the yard. Towards the track is Diedrich, and the ball is in the park off the bottom of the fence. Peterson around second. He's to third. Foul scores. It's a run-scoring triple for Petey. And Brush now lead Valley 15-6.
For the Brush Bee Diggers.
And they are teeing off on Hanslick. That'll send up Kyle Rosenbrock, an RBI double, as well as a single. And that swung on and popped up extremely high field line. Third baseman Chacon makes the catch. Holding up at third is Peterson. There's one down. Oh, Rosenbrock saw a pitch that he thought he could lace, but he got way under it.
Now up for the Bee Diggers, number 16.
And there's Mikey Gutierrez. Gutierrez in the game as an RBI triple. He's 1 for 3. He struck out, reached in an air. Fastball is upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch and the breaking ball is down and away. And that levels the count at 1-1 to Petey. Check that to Gutierrez, swung on and foul back. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Bee Digger third baseman. As Brush leads by 9, but we're only in the top of the 4th inning. The pitch swung on, hit off the end of the bat on the ground, foul up the first base side on the changeup. And that pitch is one that Gutierrez has struggled with at times. Count remains at 1-2 to Mikey Gutierrez. And Hanslick will throw his 70th pitch. But first time is called. The Bee Diggers have scored in every inning. The big one was the second when they tallied 12. Out of the windup with 1 out. Hanslick delivers. Curveball is tapped out in front of the plate, and it's picked up by the pitcher, but he's not going to be able to make a play. Peterson had to hold up at third on that very, very odd dribbler. It'll be an infield hit for Mikey Gutierrez. That was simply about speed.
Now for the Bee Diggers, number 13, Nico Guzman.
And here's Nico Guzman. Nico has 2 singles and a run-scoring triple. He's been red hot in this game. He can give Brush at least a 10-run lead to pitch, and he takes a fastball for a strike. No balls and 1 strike with the runners at the corners, the stretch, and the offering. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Way out in front was Nico. 0-2. Petey at third, Gutierrez at first. Guzman awaits the offering. Curveball is a called strike 3. Oh, that looked like it was a little bit low, but they rung him up. Guzman shook his head. I don't know if he shook it at himself for taking the pitch, but I thought it missed the zone. I thought it was a little bit low. I thought he got hosed there. Brandon Walter is 2 for 2. He singled twice and walked Needs a 2-out hit or maybe a wild pitch to give him a 10-run lead. And he swings and fouls it back on the changeup. No balls and 1 strike. Avery Hanslick has still thrown more balls than strikes. 39 balls, 35 strikes. Here in the top of the 4th inning. Rominger Jewelry and Gifts is the leader in Northeast Colorado for diamonds, jewelry, watches, and expert in-store jewelry repairs in downtown Sterling. And the curveball's up and away. Levels the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, there were 73 pitches thrown in the top of the 2nd inning. That's why this game has taken so long. Besides a 10-minute injury throw to first, back in standing is Gutierrez. Out of the stretch with 2 down is Hanslick, with Peterson at third and Mikey G at first. And the offering. Fastball, a strike on the outside corner. At knee level, it's 1-2. To Brandon Walter, who's been on base all 3 times. And the pitch. Curveball is fouled back, kept those hands back, and got a piece of the baseball. Valley scored 5 runs in the first, held to 1 in the second, and shut down in the third. The stretch by Hanslick, and the pitch. And the curveball is upstairs and outside, 2-2. And Grayson Simmons, what a second inning he had with 2 2-run triples stepping off his Hanslick. He might have 1 more inning left in him, that's it. The stretch and the offering. Curveball is laced into deep right center field. Coming on is Chacon, still coming, and it lands for a base hit in the gap. The throw towards third, and Gutierrez is in there. It's an RBI single for Brandon Walter. Actually got it off the end of the bat. And the Bee Diggers now lead 16-6, and Walter is 3 for 3 in the game. And again, it was on the off-speed pitch, and he just waited on it. So runners at the corners again. And there's B.J. Hirschfeld, who is 0 for 1. He's walked twice, and he struck out. The stretch and pitch. Fastball is up and away. Yeah, at this point, the Bee Diggers probably got to win this game in abbreviated fashion. 1-0, the pitch. Breaking ball is low. This Brush is up by 10. But hopefully not too much more baseball to be played if the Bee Diggers can pitch and play defense. 2-0 pitch is a fastball down the middle for a strike. And that makes the count 2-1 to B.J. Hirschfeld. Gutierrez at third, Walter at first. And the offering. Swung on. That's grounded into right field for a base hit. Here comes Mikey G. Walter headed to third. The throw all the way through is offline. And the Bee Diggers now lead 17-6 as Hirschfeld delivers. And guess who's coming to bat? Grayson Simmons. And we know what the G-Man has done. Just talked about him moments ago.
The single brings in 1 more run. Now Brush leading 17.
Well, Brush lost by 11, and now they're up by 11.
7, Grayson Simmons.
The pitch. Fastball, a strike on the inner edge. 1 ball and no strikes. The Bee Diggers with a 17-6 advantage. The offering. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. On a breaking ball. Got fooled on that pitch. And the count moves to 0-2. Simmons also walked, so he's been on base all 3 times. And the offering up and away. Oh, it looked like a knuckle curve. Brush in this frame has scored 3 times. Let's see if Simmons keeps him going. And the offering. Curveball is laced towards right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Walter scores. To second is Hirschfeld. 7 RBIs in the game for Grayson Simmons. Brush 18, Valley 6.
Now Brush leading 18-6 brings up
Well, we mentioned the Bee Diggers had to split in this game. or in this series after losing on Tuesday. They're about to do it. Here's Matia. Pitch. Fastball is up and away. He is 0 for 2. Walked twice and popped out twice. Hopefully he'll join the hit parade here. Stretch and a pitch. And that is upstairs as well. Two balls and no strikes to Matos Garcia. The offering up and in. And the count is now sitting at 3-0. Make it 4-0. A walk. And the bases are loaded.
The walk loads the bases now for the Beet Diggers. Number 2, Zane Fowl.
And here's Zane Fowl. He's already had 2 hits, including that long fly ball that nearly left the yard. As he steps in, now we'll have a visit to the hill. And there have been a bunch of walks issued here by, I mean, we're still counting, but, and there's going to be a change on the hill. We'll take it with them. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Brush 18, Valley 6. Let's take a 1-minute break on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Beet Diggers with an 18-6 lead. And the 5th pitcher for Valley is Ty Hanslick. Avery Hanslick certainly gave it his all, but threw a lot of pitches. And this Valley team has labored on the mound throughout the course of the game.
With the pitching change, we'll get a couple position changes.
They started with Peyton Chacon.
Angelo Garcia will come.
And he sustained an injury to Riley Diedrich. And actually, I said fourth. This will be the 4th pitch of the game, not the 5th. So, but nonetheless, it feels like the 5th pitcher. There's no question about it.
Number 2, Zane Fowl.
So here's Fowl with the bases loaded, with 2 down in the top of the 4th inning, and the Beet Diggers up by 12. The right-hander delivers, swung on and drifted down the right field line. That could be trouble. To his left is Garcia, and it's off his glove. Down the line, it's actually Avery Hanslick. Scoring is Simmons as the Beet Diggers now grab a 20-6 lead. Here comes Matos Garcia as the ball gets loose. So Hirschfeld and Simmons scored, and then Matos Garcia scored on the air, and the Beet Diggers tally 3 runs on that play. So give him a double down the line, and then he goes to 3rd on the error. And Brush now leads 21-6, and that was simply a pop fly out there. But it did produce the runs. That's a ball to Peterson. 1 ball and no strikes. And the offering. Fastball is outside. Peterson with a walk, a sac fly, a walk, and a triple.
Here's number 8, Alec Peterson.
So that's a 2-run double officially for Fowl. And that pitch is away. 3 balls and no strikes. So no reason to think that the Beet Diggers can now win this game in 5 innings. And Ty Hanslick delivers. That's down the middle for a strike. And the count is sitting at 3-1. We're in the top of the 4th, and that's down and in. And another walk issued by Valley pitching. And here's Kyle Rosenbrock. He had 2 good at-bats, and last 2 at-bats he's overswung a little bit. The stretch and the offering. Swag and a miss. Kyle with a double, a single, and 2 pop-ups. Rosenbrock awaits with the runners taking their leads and the offering. Swung on a tap foul up the third base side. Count is now sitting at 0-2 to Kyle Rosenbrock. His first double produced a run. Stretch and the offering. Swung on and fouled back. Took that half swing but protected very nicely. Yeah, again, you can check out all the numbers here, KSIRsports.com. If you miss any portion of the game, just go to KSIRsports.com. Follow it pitch by pitch. No balls, 2 strikes again. And the offering. Fastball is high with foul at third, Peterson at first. The Bee Diggers have scored 7 runs in this inning. They're 6 outs away from winning in 5 innings. The stretch and the offering in the dirt with a breaking ball. You know what Brush is capable of, but who would have thought they would have scored 21 runs 2 days after Valley did that to them? 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. The pitch called strike 3 with a changeup on the outside corner, and Rosenbrock strikes out. The Bee Diggers score 7 runs in the inning on 7 hits. There was 1 error and 2 men left. 3.5 complete. Just past Kersey at Bigfoot Turf Farms. It's Brush 21, Valley 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Well, I didn't know if this game would ever get over with, and it's still going on, but now Brush, instead of needing 12 outs to win the game, only need 6 outs without allowing more than 5 runs because they lead by 15, 21-6. Jaron Peterson begins his second inning of work, and he'll face the heart of the order, Peyton Chacon, Carter Chacon, and Avery Hanslick. And now Ryan Fergus will come into the game in right field. So Fergus into right field as we'll begin the bottom of the 4th inning. And Valley pitching today has issued, let's see, it looks like 10 walks. Well, that'll do you every time. Chacon has doubled and singled. Valley did have a 5-1 lead in the game, so the Bee Diggers have scored 20 of the last 21 runs in this contest. That's how good they've been. Peterson just taking some throws out there while the umpire marks the change on his scorecard. Here's the wind and pitch. Upstairs with a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes to Peyton Chacon. How hard will these 6 outs be to get? Fastball is low. Please, let's make them easy. 2-0. That's what you start dreading. We've had a ton of walks. Wine in the 2-0. No, I don't get this. Throw him a breaking ball on a 2-0 up by 15. 3-0. No, I'm just confused. I'm totally confused. 16 walks have been issued in the game, and we're 1 pitch away from 17. But that fastball's a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. As Peterson has thrown 25 pitches, only 10 for strikes. 3-1. Fastball is low. That'll bring up Carter Chacon, who's doubled and singled as a walk is issued to Peyton Chacon, and Jaron Peterson has struggled mightily with his control, as Rosenbrock did. Jaron Peterson is the pitcher of record. He gets out of this without being taken out, he would be the winning pitcher, even if he doesn't go in the 5th inning. The stretch. Throw back to first, soft toss, nothing doing there. Getting back in is Peyton Chacon. And the offering. Fastball is a strike on the outside corner. Great location there by the sophomore Jaron Peterson. No balls and 1 strike with Avery Hanslick on deck. Followed by another dangerous hitter in Sean Chacon. And the offering. Curveball is in the dirt. Well, he was ahead in the count, so Again, that's when it's acceptable to throw the curveball. Get ahead in the count, but don't throw it when you're behind in the count, which is what happened during that last exchange to Peyton Chacon. Down 2-0 in the count, you throw a curveball. And again, up by 15 runs, the stretch. And the offering. The breaking ball's in the dirt, gets away. Going to second as Peyton Chacon. He's in there on the wild pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now you got to go fastball. Just go fastball, see what happens. Awaiting the sign there is Jaron Peterson from Alec. The stretch. Looking back. And the offering upstairs. 3-1. And on deck is Avery Hanslick. I tell you, Valley puts together a rally, and the Bee Diggers are going to have to score some runs in the top of the 5th inning. And the pitch swung on and popped foul, and out of play. Moves the count to 3-2. Again, falling behind in so many counts of these pitchers. I mean, nobody gets ahead in the count. It's just terrible baseball. The offense has been great for Brush. 3-2 pitch. Swung on, that ball is laced down the right field line. Will it stay fair? It will not. It'll hook foul. And it remains at 3-2. To Carter Chacon. 73 balls and 85 strikes thrown by Valley. I'm surprised they actually have more strikes than balls. 3-2 pitch. Up and away. It's another walk.
Carter Chacon draws the walk, which brings up...
Well, that'll bring up Avery Hanslick. Hanslick stepping in. The stretch. And the offering. Strike, fastball, down the middle, it's 0-1. Hanslick was hit by a pitch and then popped to the catcher, Peterson, a very clutch play he made. Peterson looks back, and the offering. Curveball is a little bit low and away. Looked pretty good, but the count is leveled at 1 ball and 1 strike. Brush leads Valley in the bottom of the 4th, 21-6. Jaron Peterson gets the sign from Alec. And the offering. Curveball is grounded foul off to the right. Towards the Valley dugout. It's 1-2. To Avery Hanslick. Yeah, this should not go the length of the last game unless Valley comes through with an incredible rally. We went 2 hours and 45 minutes in the other one. And that is a little bit low. Barely missed with a breaking ball. That was close. Nearly rung up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jaron Peterson gets the sign. And a pitch. Off the glove of Alec Peterson to the screen on the breaking ball. Chacon to third. We're going to call that a pass ball. Looked like he should have caught that. Well, don't even worry about the runners. You're up by 15. Don't even worry.
And Carter will advance to third and second.
Just get this guy. You'll be in good shape. The stretch. And the offering. Swing and a miss and a fastball on the inside corner. Hanslick strikes out. Nice job by Jaron Peterson. And there's one down in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here is Sean Chacon, who has walked, and he struck out.
Sean Chacon.
Well, that's a great pitch there by Jaron. Runners take their leads, but now with 1 out in the inning. The stretch. And the pitch. Breaking ball down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Again, just throw strikes and let him put it in play. They do have to score 6 runs to extend the game to a 6th inning. They've got to do it with only 5 outs to play with. Wind and pitch. Fastball is over, but low. 2-0. Get the most comprehensive news, sports, and opinion from the South Platte Sentinel, southplattesentinel.com. 2-0 pitch. That's a strike. Fastball, bell tied down the middle. It's 2-1. And see the folks at Bank of Colorado, locations across Northeast Colorado. Member FDIC. 2-1. Wine and Offering. Swung on and popped up out of play to the right. It's 2-2 to Sean Chacon. 21 runs on 18 hits, no errors for the Beet Diggers. They've stranded 7. 6 runs on 5 hits, 4 errors for Valley. They have stranded 5. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 1 down in the bottom of the 4th inning at Bigfoot Turf Farms. And the pitch, he threw it in the dirt, short-armed it completely. Now you could tell as soon as he did not rear back that wasn't going anywhere but the ground. 3-2. To Sean Chacon. There's the wine and pitch. Ball hit him. Tried to come in on him, and now the bases are loaded. And here is Riley Diedrich. He's doubled and walked.
Bases loaded, number 4, Riley Diedrich.
And Coach Kevin Fergus will pay a visit to the hill. I don't know if there'll be a pitching change. We're coming up on the top of the hour. This is 1010 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Ray. And on the World Wide Web at KSIR.com. Boy, this has been some ugly baseball here. We've had 18 walks in the game and a couple of hit batsmen.
During the meeting of the minds at the mound, we have a final score
And
for spring training. The Rockies end up winning 13-2.
Chacon is at third. That's Peyton Carter at second. And Sean Chacon.
Ohio State does hold on to
And
win
with Diedrich
over VCU.
about to step in the box. That's a long conversation on the mound, and the umpire is going to break it up here. Yeah, just hit something right back to Peterson and get out of this already. 2 hours and 2 minutes. We're not even through 4 innings, but again, it'll be a 5-inning game if Brush can hold on to a lead of at least 10 runs. Out of the windup is Jaron Peterson. Nobody's put the ball in play here for Valley in this inning. Wind and pitch in the dirt with a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. If he doesn't get this guy out, it might be removed from the mound. 28 balls and 18 strikes. All you need are 5 outs. Wind and pitch. Swung on and tapped foul behind the plate. That levels the count at 1-1. Your operation deserves the best when buying a mixer, feeder truck. Compare the MMI design, craftsmanship, and service at MMI International. They outperform their competitors hands down. They're not afraid to stand behind their product. At 842-5161, MMI International. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss. That's the best pitch Peterson has thrown in this game, besides that strikeout moments ago of Hanslick. And if he can unleash one like that again, going to be tough to hit. 1-2 to Diedrich. The offering. Curveball, swing and a miss on the outer edge. Man, that's a frustrating thing with Peterson. He can look so good, but then he's had pitches that are nowhere close. Raul Rios walked, and the bases are still loaded, but there's 2 down. Beet Diggers could get away with this without allowing a run. Wind and pitch. Fastball. A little bit low. Just missed. 1 ball, no strikes. Gets the sign. And delivers. And that one's to the screen. A run's going to score. Here comes Peyton Chacon on the wild pitch. Other runners advance. It's 21-7. No, they're not going to get away with it totally.
Vikings now trailing 21-7.
So another baseball score.
both other Chacones also will advance on the wild pitch.
So 2 balls and no strikes to Raul Rios. Wind and pitch. Curveball is grounded towards second, and Matos Garcia plays it, picks it up, throws to first in time. After the bobble, thank goodness he recovered and made the play, and that ends the inning. Valley does score a run, although they didn't have to do anything. No hits, no errors, and 2 men left. They go to the 5th inning. It's Brush 21, Valley 7 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's hope to high heaven this is the last inning of this game. The Beet Diggers are leading 21-7 on the road against Valley. And the Beet Diggers will make some changes here.
Now up for the Beet Diggers, number 14.
As we go to the top of the 5th inning, Jose Rodriguez will now hit for Brush with a 21-7 lead, and he's hit by a pitch, so he didn't hit at all. Rodriguez doesn't like that at all. I don't blame him. You step in thinking that, all right, here we go, here's my opportunity, and I get plunked on the very first pitch. Ryan Fergus will now hit. And nice job of Coach Fergus getting in Jose and some of these players some at-bats. Unfortunately, hit by a pitch, which might have been retribution for a Valley Viking getting hit. Nico Guzman was going to hit in this spot, but he's had a good day, 3 for 4, so now it'll be Ryan Fergus hitting for Brush. The stretch by Ty Hanslick and the offering. Swung on, drilled into right center field. That's a base hit. Rodriguez is around second. He's headed towards third. And the Beet Diggers have runners at the corners with nobody out, and they keep the hit parade going. And for Brush, that is their 19th hit of the game. And Brandon Walter is 3 for 3 with an RBI as he steps in. Yeah, this is unbelievable. I think I've said that a million times, but can't emphasize it enough. The stretch and the pitch, and that's a ball outside. And this is the bottom of the order coming up. Hirschfeld and Simmons thereafter. But the bottom of the order hasn't looked like the bottom of the order. Grayson has 7 runs batted in the game. And the pitch way outside, not even close. 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes. The stretch. And the offering. Man, he's throwing it behind a right-handed hitter. And he got a lefty up there, 3-0. Looks like Hirschfeld will get up there with the bases loaded. 3 balls and no strikes. The stretch and the offering. That's right there down the middle. 3-1 to Brandon Walter. Looking to reach base for the 5th time in the game. And he takes a pitch upstairs, and he's done it. The bases are loaded now for Hirschfeld. How many runs are the Beet Diggers going to score in this game? As of right now, Valley would have to score at least 5 runs to extend the game to the 6th, but perhaps even more. Here's Hirschfeld, the offering. Swung on. That ball's drilled foul up the third base side. Hirschfeld has walked twice, struck out, and singled in a run. And they got to end this game soon because we got probably about 35 to 40 minutes of good light left. But this should be the last inning. Here is the wind and offering. That pitch went behind him to the screen. Here comes Rodriguez to the plate. He will slide, and he's in there as the ball gets away. It's a wild pitch, and the Beet Diggers now lead 22-7, and it's a 1-1 count on Hirschfeld. And the other runners advance. So Brush is not done scoring. That's pretty obvious.
Another run will come across on the wild pitch.
Again, Hirschfeld in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Fastball's a strike. On the outside corner.
Brush now leading 22-7.
1-2, the offering. Called strike 3. Fastball on the outer edge.
Goes down.
And there's 2 down. 1 down, excuse me. 1 down for Grayson Simmons. 3-run double, 3-run double, a walk and an RBI single.
Grayson Simmons.
So he will now bat. Here's the wind by Hanslick, the pitch. Fastball, a strike. And 7 RBIs is pretty ridiculous. And he can actually get as many as 9 here. That's what makes it more astonishing. And he takes a changeup for a strike. Looked like it was off the plate. But it is 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Out of the windup, the offering. Swung on and fouled at the plate. One with the off-speed pitch. Chacon took it off his finger. So it remains at 0-2. Fergus at third, Walter at second. The B-Diggers with a run in the first, 12 in the second, 1 in the third, 7 in the fourth, 1 here in the fifth. And Ty Hanslick, the right-hander, gets a sign from Chacon. And the pitch outside with a fastball. Count is at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Breaking ball is upstairs. Didn't do much with that. 2-2. Well, these teams can only meet again now in the playoffs. We have seen 2 of the oddest games. The pitch way outside. Keep in mind a combined 60 runs have been scored between these teams in 2 games. 31 on Tuesday, 29 today. It's a payoff pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Simmons strikes out. Threw it right by him. And there's 2 down for Arnoldo Maltos Garcia. Baby in the game has been pretty effective as well. The pitch. Fastball, a strike on the outside corner. He's walked 3 times, so it doesn't have a base hit yet. And he's popped out twice. And the offering. Fastball is down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brush 22, Valley 7 in the top of the 5th inning. Valley has to score at least 6 runs to extend the game. Swing and a miss through the fastball right by Baby. Count is now sitting at 1-2. Off of third is Ryan Fergus. Brandon Walter at second. The offering. That's a called strike 3. Fastball outside corner. And that will end the inning. The B-Diggers score a run on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left. To the bottom of the 5th we go after the 1-minute break. It's Brush 22, Valley 7. This is 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.
We'll go into the bottom of the 5th, due up for the Vikings.
Let's head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Could this be it? With the B-Diggers up 22-7 at Bigfoot Turf Farms of the Valley Vikings. And looks like a new pitcher for Brush. Let's see who the B-Diggers have out there. That's Arnoldo Maltos Garcia. Oh, I mean, Baby's a solid pitcher. You just got to throw the strikes. That's it. When he struggles with his control, that's what gets him into trouble. And Jose Rodriguez is now at third. Let's see who's out there at second. Looks like Rene Cadenas at second base. The Valley Vikings will send up the 9, 1, and 2 hitters, Angelo Garcia, Ty Hanslick, and Cesar Mercado. Here against the right-hander, Arnoldo Maltos Garcia. See if we can make it about a 5-minute inning. Just move this inning along. And to lead off,
22, Dallas Callaway.
Dallas Callaway will lead off for Valley. Hitting in this spot is head coach Steve Kistler, giving others a chance to hit in a one-sided game. Wind and pitch. Fastball is up and in. Yeah, let's knock that out.
Rush also brings in a new pitcher, number 12.
1 ball, no strikes. The wind by Baby and the offering. Upstairs with a fastball. Let's go. Keep it in the strike zone. I know that's been tough today for both sides. 2-0 pitch. There you go. There's a fastball right there down the middle. And it's 2-1. I'm telling you, Callaway off the bench. He wants to hit. He's been just sitting up there. 2 balls and 1 strike. We've had 19 walks in this debacle. The pitch swung on and popped foul and out of play. Count moves to 2-2. The Bee Diggers have 22 runs on 19 hits. Valley was 7 runs on 5 hits. They've committed the only 4 errors of the game. 3 outs away are the Bee Diggers unless Valley scores at least 6 runs. 2-2. Callaway in the box. Let's see. Goes with a straight fastball to pitch. One with a curveball. 3-2 is high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Gets the sign from Peterson. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Callaway strikes out. And Matos Garcia records the K for Brush. And there's 1 down in the bottom of the 5th inning. And for Bee Digger pitching, that's their 6th strikeout.
Number 12, Ty Hanslick.
There's Ty Hanslick, who was 0 for 2 in the game. The offering, fastball down the middle for a strike at the knees. No balls and 1 strike. Matos Garcia gets the sign. And the offering. Swung on. That ball is drilled to short on the ground. Rosenbrock's got it. Throws to first. Offline. And towards the dugout. That's an error on Rosenbrock, and that's the first error committed by Brush. Routine play. Rosenbrock just made a terrible throw. That'll bring up Cesar Mercado, who's walked twice and hit into a fielder's choice. Now you can end the game here with a double play. You got to help your pitcher. So Matos Garcia now out of the stretch. Looks in. And the pitch. Fastball is up and in. 1 ball and no strikes to Mercado. Bee Diggers blew this open with 12 runs in the 2nd inning. After being down 5-1 after 1. And the offering. Fastball, a strike at the knees on the outer half. It's 1-1. Peyton Chacon is on deck. Short lead at first for Hanslick. Won't be going anywhere, down by 15 runs. And the 1-1 pitch swung on, tap foul on the off-speed pitch up the third base side. Ball 1, strike 2 to Cesar Mercado. Bee Diggers will play on Saturday. Tune in 11 a.m. on 1010 and KSIR.com in Estes Park against the Bobcats. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch swung on and grounded left side into left field for a base hit. Rodriguez nearly had it lunging to his left, but could not come up with a play. It was playable, but we'll give him a base hit. Advancing to second is Hanslick, and that'll bring up Peyton Chacon.
Number 13, Peyton Chacon.
And Peyton Chacon has doubled, singled, and walked, so he's not been retired in the game. And Valley still has aspirations of extending this game. The stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss, threw it right by him with a fastball. It's 0-1. Hanslick off of second. Mercado at first. Matos Garcia looks back. And the offering. in the dirt with a breaking ball that levels the count at 1-1. And you can just follow us pitch by pitch at KSIRsports.com. Click on the link for today's game, and you'll see what's happened on every single pitch here from Bigfoot Turf Farms. The stretch and the offering. In the dirt with a breaking ball, gets away from Peterson. It'll be a wild pitch as the runners advance. We haven't come close to a 1-2-3 inning. Not even close. Well, now Chacon can drive in a run. We'll do it on a sac fly or something. At least the out will get us one out closer to the end of the game. 2-1, the pitch. Up and away, 3-1. Three balls and one strike. Matos Garcia ready. It's the sign and the pitch. Oh, he short-armed it completely. That's the 20th walk issued in this game. That'll bring up Carter Chacon. So Carter will step in. And now Coach Fergus out to the hill. He struck out the first hitter, Callaway, then an error on Rosenbrock, then a base hit on a ball that was playable over there. The B-Diggers could have actually made the 3 outs. And then that walk. Chacon has doubled in a run. He's singled and walked, so he's 2 for 2. 22-7 Brush in the bottom of the 5th inning. They're 2 outs away from ending this game.
Up to bat, number 20, Carter.
Valley needs 6 runs to extend the game. In this inning, that's the only way they extend the game. Valley's issued 11 walks, the B-Diggers 9. And Matos Garcia out of the windup. Here's the wind and pitch. Fastball is upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Hanslick at third, Mercado at second, Peyton Chacon at first. Wine in the offering. Threw him a curveball in the dirt on 2-0. Too good to be true that we get out of this game quicker. Runners take their leads. 2 balls and no strikes. And the offering. There's a fastball for a strike at the knees. Right down the middle, it's 2-1. The B-Diggers are up by 15 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. They need 2 more outs to win this game, but they can't allow 6 runs. The offering. Swung on, grounded up the middle. That's a base hit into center field. Hanslick scores. Mercado's around third. The throw towards the plate is going to be offline. It's a 2-run single for Carter Chacon. And Valley has made this a 13-run game. It's 22-9. Peyton Chacon to second. Avery Hanslick, who is 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch. There's been 3 hit batsmen in this game. He will now hit.
Avery Hanslick.
But they still need a lot more. They need more to extend the game. There's no question about it. The stretch. And the offering. Swung on, drilled to left field. To his right is Simmons. He makes the catch. And there's 2 down on the line drive. All right, that gets us 1 out closer. And that will send up Sean Chacon. Even if Chacon goes deep, that would still be a 10-run lead for the B-Diggers. So they're not in bad shape there. The stretch by Matos Garcia and the pitch. Swung on and lifted into shallow center field. That ball is going to drop. Runner around third. Throw to the plate. It's going to be late. Peyton Chacon scores, and the RBI single from Sean Chacon. Brush 22. Valley 10. So Valley figuring they're not done yet in this game.
Number 4, Riley.
And here's Riley Diedrich. Diedrich in the game is 1 for 2. He's doubled, walked, and struck out. The offering. Swung on and grounded off the third baseman, Rodriguez. He'll set, he'll throw to first, and that is in time, and the game is over. The Brush Bead Diggers have defeated the Valley Vikings by a score of 22-10 for Valley in the inning. They scored 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left. We'll wrap it up in 1 minute on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Bead Diggers defeat the Valley Vikings by a score of 22-10. Bead Digger postgame show brought to you by Mr. D's, Ace Farm and Home Center in Sterling Brush and Fort Morgan, your farm and ranch headquarters. For all your farm and ranch supplies, they carry feed for all your animals and pets. Mr. D's, Ace Farm and Home Center. Bead Diggers, 22 runs, 19 hits, 1 error, 9 left on base. 10 runs, 8 hits, 4 errors, 9 left on base for Valley. And the winning pitcher for the Bead Diggers in relief was Jaron Peterson, as he gets the victory in relief for the Bead Diggers. Now, Peyton Chacon was the starting pitcher, but Riley Diedrich takes the loss in relief. And time of the game here from Bigfoot Turf Farms was 2 hours and 27 minutes. Bead Diggers improved to 3-1 overall, 2-1 in Patriot League play. And Valley drops to 2-3 overall, 1-1 in league play. Grayson Simmons, the big star for the Bead Diggers. Again, you can check out all the highlights, the box score there, KSIRsports.com. Click on today's game. Grayson Simmons drove in 7 runs for the Bead Diggers. We'll be back at it on Saturday, 11 a.m. on 1010, as well as KSIR.com, when the Bead Diggers are in action on the road against Estes Park. Sound engineer and producer of Brush Bead Digger Baseball has been Rose Condas. I'm John Beltran with a final score. Brush 22, Valley 10, here on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.